Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another episode of Kuth Almost Through, this time for The Last Flame. This is a team fight tactics style auto battler that is honestly one of my favorite games I've played lately. I've put a lot of time into this and I am still absolute garbage at it, but something I really want to get better at. So let's just do something on novice setting, just kind of give everyone a feel for the game, and then we'll start making our way through different things, showing off some runs. There is an optional surge set. It kind of dilutes the pool of stuff. So I'm going to opt out of it for this one. Maybe later on we'll bring it in for a couple. So at the beginning of the run, once it actually loads up, we'll get our choice of two heroes. Kind of want to try to find synergies within stuff, and I'll try to explain that as we go. This game really does want you to have a well-balanced team. By default, you can have 5 heroes out on the board at any given time. And like, you're going to want a tank. You're going to want some sort of sustain. You're probably going to want an off tank. Like, you can't just go like 5 glass cannons. There are a couple fights and mechanics in the game that punish you for that. So, Jalen, shields. He can also get lifesteal, and then he shields himself and everyone else, which can be really nice. Liam is a range damage dealer, focusing on like critical strikes. Nalua is also range and consumes some of her own health to do extra damage. Arya has basically Ashe's arrow from League of Legends, but she applies frost, which makes all of your team spells do more damage. All of the debuffs in this game aren't like different elements of more damage. They do different things. So frost makes your spells do more. Like burn from Magnus has your ethereal damage do more. Does it have another effect? Oh, and attacks do ethereal damage, which then also get boosted. There's a bleed, shock. I think that's it. Bleed, shock, frost, and burn. For the ones coming off the top of my head. But looking through, I'm not like a huge fan of most of these. Let's go with Ilios so we kind of have a tank. Let's try Liam out. I don't use Liam all that much. And then you get to pick relics, passive benefits. I'm going to go with Dynamite. This means we can be stunned at the beginning of fights. We can toggle it on and off. And if we win the fight, we have a chance to get more relics, which is great. Campfires, your standard campfires and roguelikes. You can heal there, you can upgrade your weapons, and also get origins, which are like a boost for your team that scale off of various things. Elites, and then there are also star battles like these guys. Elites and star battles are kind of nice. I do want at least one fire, so maybe here will be helpful. And there's a fire there. So these first 3 fights, we're guaranteed to get to pick another hero, and that'll kind of round out our first 5. So from here, first couple are easy. We'll be stunned from this, and again, we have about a 1 in 3 chance to get a relic after this fight. First 3 fights really aren't anything. You will get trophies at the end of most fights. These trophies are worth 5 experience each. As you can probably see here, we need 20 experience to level him up to level 2, or 4 trophies. And then that number gets bigger and bigger the more you level him up. They also get a little bit of experience after each fight. Discover a hero. So Kasara throws out a Chaos Bolt. She is ranged and stuns. The farther the bolt goes, the more damage it does. All heroes also have a passive ability that is unique to them. Other heroes can get that too, but these heroes are guaranteed to have that just as their base. You cannot double up on the same ability on the same hero. So Kasara could not get another on-cast this hero gains 12 spell power from leveling up and getting an ability that way. Gerald gives crit chance as his active ability. And whenever he critical strikes, we get extra. Jiachi. I have a soft spot in my heart for Jiachi. Jiachi can turn into just an absolute beast. I think I'm going to try Gerald here. See if we can get him working with Leanne and start getting maybe like a crit-based system going. Crit damage. or attack speed and max hit points. So like this guy, he scales well with defense, and the reason is he gets lifesteal equal to 15% of his defense. Right now he has 65%, or 65, so he gets 9.75 lifesteal, I want to say. I guess that gets rounded up. And then his active is he increases people around him defense for 6 seconds. Does scale spell power. Most active abilities do scale with spell power, even if they're traditionally damage dealers. It does not look like hers does, which is a little unusual. See, like, even Gerald's does. The amount the crit strike goes up scales with his spell power. Doesn't mean you want to scale spell power on everyone, but everyone can get a benefit from it. Right, we were looking at Helios. I'm going to take the critical strike damage. And then spell power, mana regen. I'm just going to take the flat attack damage. So you can level or upgrade items pretty easily and put them on people. I'm going to do something like this. Well, you have a much higher base critical strike chance, so I'm going to switch these around. Traditionally, you have 3 spots, and later on you can combine items. We'll show that off when we get some. So Helios. Traditionally, enemies will target the last enemy that was placed near them. So if I placed him, that would switch over to him. If I wanted to face our tank, so we do that. We're going to stay stunned and hopefully get a relic. Whenever the mana bar fills up completely, that's when your hero uses their active ability. And after the fight, you can look at this handy-dandy little recap and see different things, how much their abilities, items are giving them, how much damage they did, and what type of damage. Right now we're all physical, or how much healing we did. So Helios probably did 27 just from his lifesteal. So now we get this. So Luco is a hybrid. Luco has Omni Crit, which means even Luco's abilities can crit. They do like an AoE Froststorm, and whenever it crits, all of my heroes get 10 attack damage. I'm going to go with that. See if we can keep doing stuff. Now we have Lifesteal, flat spell power, but the downside is they lose health when they start. Or 50 attack damage, 50 spell power, and their range is increased by 1. But whenever they take damage, those are lost. I'm going to take Lifesteal. I think that's going to be a pretty important one. We can put on like Gerald. This bouncing trophy right here means we can upgrade somebody. I'm going to wait to see who our last one is, and then we'll upgrade from there. I have you absorb 2. I can kind of put these guys over here. So let's do this. So this way Gerald gets put in the middle of them. So his AoE crit chance will hit everyone. So we're stunned at the beginning of this fight. We still haven't gotten an artifact from it, which is too bad. Or relic. Just tearing through. I love Luco. Luco can do some crazy stuff. Where am Luco? I think Luco's actually like my most used. Okay, one final one. And these are all melee. So Zephys is a kind of a tank, can also do some summons. Vinrad can do a ton of damage and actually scales off of max mana. And Ola... So you also scale off of max mana just because you get regen. And then you get attack damage based off your max mana. You also do burns. And you scale off of attack damage and spell power. Like, I would have loved an extra ranged here. See, whenever he critically strikes, he creates a summon. And he can get pretty beefy. Let's go for it. And then spell power, crit damage, attack damage, and spell power. That could definitely go on, like, Luco. Sometimes you get 2. We're not getting any crit strike stuff, unfortunately. But... I mean, like, attack speed and hit points could work for Helios. So this blue one we found earlier gives lifesteal. So you can combine one of these, which is called a recipe, which are heirlooms. You can equip heirlooms on their own. You can't equip recipes on your own unless you combine them together. And we could forge them, and they just get the 2 effects put together. So I think ideally I'd put, like, lifesteal on, like, Gerald or Zephys. I think Luco probably went to Magic Steel, so she could take, or they, I don't know if it's a he or her. They could take advantage of getting healing from their spell. But for now, we'll do this. And then the attack speed, we'll keep him our main defense for now. Okay. Here's our first campfire. These are origins. These are the scaling passives that affect your entire team, and they synergize different things together. Whenever a hero falls below 55% hit points, they gain attack damage and lifesteal. Could be really helpful. Seeing as we're going to have 4 of our members in range. Every 100 shield done, we don't do a ton of shielding. Every summon, we're only going to have the water elementals from Zephys. Summons a dinosaur when the fight starts. He gets 10% of the team's total max hit points and attack damage. Gains attack speed for every summon. Again, we're only going to have the water elementals. He counts as 4 summons. There's a lot of abilities that scale off of your number of summons. For every critical strike, all heroes gain spell power. That could definitely be something. All heroes gain 20% spell or critical strike chance and omni crit, but their max mana is increased by 50%. So like 9, 9, 9, probably 10, and then 9 again. 20% is a lot, but I'm not sure we need it with Gerard. So I'm going to try out this guy right here. Especially because it doesn't have a cap on how much spell power we can get. So you can upgrade your heirlooms or combined items. It does cost you some flame. Flame is your health bar. Whenever you run out of flame, your run is over. You lose some flame every time a hero dies as well. So we didn't get anything from the dynamite, which is unfortunate. So you can right click on enemies, I didn't show this off before, and see their stats and their abilities. So spell damage, you get damage reduction, death. So we're going to try to kill these things roughly around the same time, with as little overlap as possible. I think Luco's going to be fine. I'm going to put you in a central position. Going to switch these two, and then have Leanne here so it can hopefully take advantage of this. We can show off upgrading real quick. So you can just middle mouse click. At level 2 and 4, your heroes get new abilities in these slots right here. You get your choice of 3. There are ways to re-roll them. So on cast, you get spell power for every maximum hit point. On cast, you get attack speed. Or you get attack speed equal to your spell power. Not really going to use that. Let's go with the attack speed. The next one... Let's go with you. You only need 3 to level up. Every 4 attacks, if you're above 25% hit points and you don't have a full shield, you lose 5% of your hit points and get that much shield. You lose 25. You get Omni Crit. For every critical strike... Ooh, that's actually not bad, seeing as he does well on defense. If he continues to get crit strike from Gerald, that could actually be a decent amount of damage. Maybe we'll find like a crit strike defense item somewhere down the line. are fairly healthy. One thing that's kind of nice is after each fight is over, you can actually look at your team panel and see the updated stats, just like for the end of the fight. So you kind of see like where people top out at. So like Leanne got up to 16% crit. Gerard stayed at 45. Stuff like that. It can be helpful to look at. So every second that item consumes HP equal to his maximum hit points deal spell damage to all nearby enemies. Crystal Staff, every 2 seconds, you have a 6% chance per max mana to gain mana regen. And then while below 0.4 attack speed, which really isn't going to be anything. So here we can use Flame and actually reroll. Extra heal received. We're not really putting much bleed on the enemies. So this is heal received, shield received, but minus attack speed. Critical strike chance, and whenever you critical strike, you get plus 10% shield received. That could be helpful. I think just like the full... I think that's going to be the most useful thing. Don't know what we're going to bind it with yet. And then here we get an artifact. So Fishing Rod. We can increase our team size by 1, but our heroes lose 15% hit points. Maybe. Here with the highest max mana gets 4 spell power and 4% spell power per max mana. Seahorse, you gain Spirit Summons up to 7. So if we already had the 2 water elementals out from Zephyrus, this would give us 5, up to a cap of 7. And Dandelion shields the lowest hit point hero for 180. I think I'm going to take the Fishing Rod, see if we can find an extra person to put with this team. We're going to go here. So we have 3... and Gerald. So you get, on attack, you get 2 attack damage. Potentially? Amplification. Every time he critical strikes with an attack, they summon... So this is more water elementals. I'm going to go with that. I think it still just stays up to 3, but he should be crit striking a lot. So Leanne goes in the back. Gravedigger, Gravedigger. They're all just Gravediggers. Okay. So this isn't split between all heroes. Which is important to know. Yeah, split it up like this. I didn't see the hailstorm from Luco. How much health did you survive with? 21. All right. Pick an item. So 12 ethereal amplification for every burn. We're not really doing burn. So permanently 80% hit points, but you lose all of their current defense. Every 3 attacks to wear gains a shield equal to 60% attack damage. We might be able to combine that with this. And put it on, like, Gerald. That might be a pretty decent combination. He might be able to get fairly beefy that way. And choose a reward. So you can reroll, swap. Right now we're going to recruit a hero to take advantage of Fishing Rod. So there are 2 ranged ones here. Savos. Heroes gain critical strike chance for every summon. We do have those water elementals. Or Elriel. Every time the hero critical strikes with an attack, all heroes gain attack speed. And this also heals. Man, they both scale off of critical strike. You do summon stuff as well. We put, like, attack damage on him, so the buff bots. Savos is the one I've used the least, but Elriel gives us some healing. is the thing. It's not a lot. I'm going to go with... let's try Savos. Let's just give it a shot. Probably not the correct option, but I think it might be the more fun one. We have 7 here, so we can upgrade Luco to level 2. So every attack has a 15% chance to generate a third of the max mana. Every time the hero critical strikes with an attack, all heroes gain attack speed. And then we have 4 remaining. So we can upgrade Savos all the way. When the fight starts, he summons more stuff, which synergizes with that, which gives him spell power. His attacks can do 1 burn or frost. Or every time he critical strikes, gain 5 gold. Let's go with more summons. This is turning into a crit strike and summon build somehow. So these guys, at max mana, they stun all heroes for a second, steals a gold every time it attacks, and when another Thief Devil dies, the other one loses a ton of attack speed. So we want to focus one down. I'm going to put him there. I'm going to put Youre and Savos back there. So we can put Gerald there. Luco there. And you take that. So now this one should go on him, and everyone else should focus down this one, is the hope. So we're all going to get stunned soon. Yep. Yeah, Zephyrus needs some more help with life and stuff. That's, like, quite a few summons, actually. Maybe we should have taken the Dino. -1 max mana, spell power and max hit points. Critical strike chance and critical strike damage, I think, is definitely one to take. Attack damage and defense, attack speed, max mana, flat spell power. I think we want attack damage on Savos to take advantage of that. 24 attack speed is interesting. I think like attack damage and defense is the best idea. Start fight, we get 4 spirits, so even more summons. Alright. So now let's do some forging. So you get a shield equal to your attack damage. So I'm going to combine this with that. And we're going to put it on Gerald. And then we're going to forge extra shield received with the new crit chance one we got. That also goes on you. So now we could definitely just do this for the lifesteal and put it with the crit strike damage. Screw it, let's try it. So he doesn't have a lot of hit points, but as long as he can survive the beginning, he should generate enough shields. That should be alright. And then we have attack damage and defense. I'm going to put it on him. Just because... Nah, let's put it on Melios. You just kind of want flat hit points. Maybe some attack speed. Alright, so these guys split. You can stack attack speed. Oh, guard. Okay. So I think Youre. So let's put... Yeah, I think you there is fine. How do we want to do this? Again, he might go down pretty quickly, so let's have one focus on him. Alright. We just want Youre to survive a little bit. That is a lot of summons. Everyone lived. Ilios is a little low. He could use some regen of some sort at some point, but... So now it's fun to look in here. Like, Youre did the most because he has most items. Luco is actually pretty close. Coming in. Last is Ilios, but he's the tank. Savos doesn't have any items. Alright, every attack, they have a 2% chance per frost and burn. We have some frost, but not a ton. Gains 1 spell power for each bleed and shock, which we don't have any. Attacks deal additional 4 times max mana's ethereal damage. Eh? No, we don't have anyone that's really stacking mana. I'm fine rerolling once. Per frost, 100 max hit points, you get 1 additional mana. 5% critical strike chance. We can do this. We can put it on Zephyrus. If we stack, like, health on him. Now we get some interesting stuff. First, speaking of Zephyrus, we can level him up, see what we got. On cast, you get spell power for every 105th. That's even more reason. Every 2 attacks, you put 1 shock on enemy. Whenever you stun, you shock. Critical strike chance is increased by 5% of your current shield. You get a shield. What is... Oh, we can't... I was thinking, like, we could swap it for Gerard's, but... Because Cephas already has the same one, he can't swap it around. Might be a way we can use that later. So there are swaps. So like Ilios actually synergizes alright. Liam synergizes alright. Gerard synergizes alright. Luco. Yeah. Zephyrus. And then Savos. These actually aren't bad. I don't know if I'd really want to swap anyone either. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reroll one. Probably pick out like the worst one, which might actually be this. See what we get. Every 4 attacks, if you're above 25% hit points, you don't have a full shield, you gain a shield. Third ability, you cast your active ability twice. On cast, you get more. I think that's going to be more worthwhile. And now a shop. This is where I am by far the weakest. Is looking for stuff to really... Mana regen, every attack, you... Oh, enemy and get defense. That's not awful, because, like, defenses would be huge, but because it would be on our main tank, I don't want to lose to hit points. Ethereal amplification. Also, Chris is sick. I'm just not going to take him this run. For 3 attacks, you get a shield equal to... Didn't we put that on? Yeah. I wasn't saying we couldn't put it on him, too. Every victory... Okay, shield equal to spell power, which is really only Luca. Luca's, like, not mega stacking it right now. 8 mana regen. Attack speed... Yeah, it's not, like, anything super major I want. Attack damage and attack speed could be cool. Flat attack speed. Flat defense. So we have that. We can also grab this. So I'm actually going to grab this. And we're going to put this with this. And give it to Zephyrus. Gives him a bunch more hit points. We just take, like, flat defense. Man, we could take this. We just have to find health for him later. I would want to synergize with attack speed. I'm going to take that. Because I want to put it on Zavos. Yeah. I didn't realize it could also scale attack speed, which is nice. I'm gonna grab this. These are just kind of like nice pieces to have in general. Put attack speed on you, and then we'll just slap the defense on you. You'll get even more of that. Alright. Unfortunately, not a lot of nice crit stuff in there. So you... Yeah. You just like to summon stuff. So we want to try to spread our range damage dealers out a little bit. I still want them in range of Gerald. The ones that really want crit, that is. You don't care as much about that. Let's give this a shot. Okay. We're chunking through pretty heavily. Yeah. Okay, that was just kind of mowing them down. Who did the best there? Just let's out of curiosity. Luco. Luco's nice because whenever his ability crits, it gives us more attack damage on everything. You gain a shield. Rose is like your traditional healer. Like that. Unfortunately, that stacking, like, it stacks at 10 spell power. It seems pretty weak to me. Layla summons a bear? Maybe. Get 10 spell power for every mana regen. We don't really have anyone that has a ton of mana regen. We have, like, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Your attacks have a 30% chance to multi-strike, attacking 4 times in quick succession. They do not generate mana and do not deal damage. I think that means they can still do ethereal damage. And they could still apply on hit effects. It's not really us. Here's Magic Steel. Yeah, I'm going to take this just for the Magic Steel for Luco. When we obtain a rare recipe, there's a chance it gets upgraded to Epic. That could be cool. Sunstone. 25%. I'm gonna take the magic marbles. Alrighty. Still might be okay with that. I think we're gonna be dealing a lot of crit strikes. This isn't bad. This gives us a star, an elite, a fire, and a shop. And then either a fire or a shop up there. Alright, so we can upgrade things to level 3. You... Lowest hit point hero. On our team, that is Zavos? No, that is Leanne. Holy cow, Leanne is weak. You have a lot. Well, at level 3 and 5, you get, like, attribute upgrades. One of them is health. Unfortunately, that wasn't here. Just gonna take attack damage. So we don't really want anyone in the way of that. So it's gonna be like... I gotta try to position so they don't get hit by the tornado, but it's not going to be easy. Yeah, Gerald might get clipped, but he should have a shield by that point. Little R2-D2 noises from the buff bots from Savos. That's great. Attack damage and max hit points. Attack damage and spell power, potentially for Luco. Mana regen and defense. I'm going to take this for Luco. I'd like more crit chance. Flat hit points or attack speed and crit chance. Attack speed and crit chance could be nice for Lierne. So I'm going to take that. So let's combine the magic steel with this. So that goes on Luco. Attack speed and crit chance. So we have a lot of heirlooms, but not a lot of recipes to really take advantage of them. All right, 5. I think Luco. Mana regen, flat spell power. Crit chance is at 35. Getting more wouldn't be hurtful. So I think it's either the spell power or the crit chance. I'm going to take the crit chance. Yeah. Okay, so Elios. Well, if Elios eat those, Zephys can try to draw. Why can you not get placed there? There we go. Oh, Savos. Gerald. I'm gonna move Lierne over. Okay. So if we're going furthest, it should probably be this or this. So I'm going to keep them back, so hopefully there's no splash damage. Go with that. Getting some lifesteal on Lierne might not have actually been the worst idea. Like, we're still fine. We're still cruising. Zephys actually output the most there. Critical strike chance. Where's critical strikes inflict 1 burn? I don't know if that counts Omni crit from Luco is the thing. Let's give it a shot. We'll take this, combine it with that. If that counts Omni crits as well, this hits multiple times, that could be a lot of burns. Fire. Gain 3 spell power per max mana. We're not scaling that. Twice mana frost. 600 shield. We're still not doing a ton of shield. We're not doing a ton of stuns, not doing a ton of shields. That's not a huge deal. So here we can enchant. Let's go with this. Does that upgrade it to 2 burns? It does. Cool. And then we'll rest to get that flame back, just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Show off an event. We haven't done one yet. Participate. The longer we survive, the better the rewards. I'm not sure we have a super tanky team, but there's really no downside for us. We just have to survive a little bit. You'll get close from leveling up here. Actually, I think you will. Okay, so we want Lierne to be as protected as possible. Same with Savos. So, let's have them go towards them. Alright. I don't think this is going to be pretty, but... Maybe we'll be surprised. Oh, Gerald's just getting mowed down, even with his shield and lifesteal. We are living far longer than expected. We had to make it to 24 seconds. We're at 30. I know my webcam's covering it up. I put the webcam here so everyone could still see, like, the flame and everything. So Gerald gets more critical strike chance. Sounds like a plan. Recruit a new hero. So Ripley is really interesting. Ripley does really well with summons. Every 5 attacks, he heals all heroes for attack damage. But if there are no summons on the battlefield, he gets attack speed. Or else he gets 5% attack damage for every summon on the field. So you just stack attack damage on him, and then heal. Marco gets critical strikes. I'm going to go with Ripley. I don't think we're going to use him just because I don't think we really have the items for him, to be honest. But, like, he's interesting. Every 5 seconds, you get a shield equal to spell power. Every second, you can start with frost. You get attack damage. I'm not really doing a lot of debuffs. I think, if anything, I'd do this. For attack damage. So, like, yeah, so we could put that on Ripley. Because we get Frost from Luco. So I think we'll do this. We want attack damage on you. Alright. Back to another elite. This guy. Always targets the enemy, or the person on our team with the lowest health. Oh yeah, when he kills someone, he gets movement speed, attack speed, and lifesteal. It's great. It'll be fun. I'm gonna give you defense, because you scale off of it. So what I generally try to do is put the squishy people back here. And then just don't let him get close. And it doesn't work. But I always want it to work. Because he, like, 3 shots Liam. I guess not quite that much with the, Wait, does he get strong? Alright. I thought he might have been getting stronger off of the summons, which would have been bad. When you get lower than 35% of your max mana is halved. That's interesting. That's really interesting for, like, Zephyrus in particular. Attack speed, you heal for max mana, not a huge deal. Let's take this. Pick a relic. Team size increased by 1. We could get Ripley going. All heroes get +1 max mana. Oh, we could get Ripley going. Oh, I really want to. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna have to level him up with our trophies, of which we have none, but we'll see. For now, we're gonna do this. Alright, so we have a shop. Attacks to generate additional mana, but you get damaged. Fight starts, you get 40% max hit points, but you don't heal. Attack speed, but you're damaged per second. Shields for mana regen. Whenever you deal damage, you get a shield equal to 20% of the damage dealt. Like, on Gerald, that would actually be kind of nutty, I think. Every attack, you have 2% chance per frost and burn. Ethereal Lamp. I do think that's kind of nutty on Gerald. And then we just combine it with, like, that. Or even this. Doesn't help Ripley, but... Alright. Ripley, you're going to be stuck at level 1, my guy, and I'm sorry, but we'll try to make it work. Alright, so Gerald kind of goes in the center. Elios... Zephys can go... here. Luco can go there. I'm going to put Ripley back a little bit. Just so he's not the primary frontliner. In fact, I'm going to cover him like this. So he just wants flat attack speed and attack damage. Hey, he wasn't the lowest. He outdamaged him. Spell power, hit points and defense. Like, Elios still has a spot. Zephys still has a spot. Flat spell power. You don't scale off of it at all, actually. I was talking about how, like, so many heroes scale off of it, and then we get a bunch that don't. Reroll once. Max man at man. We're gonna go attack speed and crit chance. There's, like, no flat attack damage. Go for the max hit points. So I'm gonna take this and put it on you. Attack speed and crit chance, I'm going to put on Liam. We either go campfire or this in a shop. Sometimes you can get coins from this. Find an heirloom at random, N5. That would at least give us... Let's go with this. We can level him up at least. Oh, no, we can't. Not quite, but... So we just have to destroy this in 20 seconds. I don't expect it to last 20 seconds, so I'm not super concerned. I think once we start summoning stuff... To be fair, it's lasting longer than I thought I would, but it's still down at 11 seconds. We get 3 trophies. The wearer gains a Stomping Quake, a spell that grows in damage and size every 2 attacks. The wearer unleashes a... doing spell damage to enemies hit. Damage is equal to 50% bonus attack damage and 50% spell power for every second of build-up. Okay. All the other heroes that have a shield... We're not getting that many shields outside of Gerald. Lifesteal now is supposed to spell damage and ethereal damage and... Screw it. That could be nice. Every 6 seconds he heals everyone. Or on cast. Did we give him the minus mana one? We did. So 15% of his max HP is about 340 ethereal damage. That's 5%. So that's a heal of 115 or so every... Let's just have Zephys go in. A shop without a lot of money. Alright, we have to press proceed. Just give me, like, flat damage? Nope. We can grab more summons. That might be okay. Crit chance. All summons gain bonus attack speed. I think we could probably take advantage of that. So actually, if we grab these, that gets upgraded because of the one artifact we grabbed. You have attack damage and attack speed. So if we go ahead and take this and this, we could also put it on him, because he has the highest base attack speed. And then we combine this and this. Put it on Ripley. Okay. And now... Right, so we have to destroy these. Guy comes up. We have to take him down. Guy comes up again. Take him down. So Ripley. Every 4 attacks, you get defense. Every 5 seconds... He gets a shield plus shield on for someone on the battlefield. All summons gain attack speed equal to 10% of his shield, but he doesn't really get shields. I'm going to take that. Anyone else within 10 experience? I don't think so. You're close. So on harder difficulties too, there's a fight after this. Not on this one. You gotta play some 2 away. My goal is for the ranged guys not to have to cross over into this area right here. He gets summoned. See, even with like 1 item, he's already at 397 attack damage. Oh, good. He leveled up for all the good it does us, I guess. Attack damage. Recruit a hero. It doesn't really matter. We have Layla. Unless this wasn't Act 3. It might not have been Act 3. Okay, spell damage equal to bonus spell power over heroes. Lifesteal, Magic Steal here received. Sounds like a Luca item. Per -1 attack speed. Attack... Guess we go that. Then pick a relic. Apply Frost every second. Start with 15 burns, 15 shocks. Attack speed, I guess 15 shocks, even though they're capped at that, and then proceed. Oh, there was another act. Okay. I got it all mixed up. All right, so we still have a little bit to go. Let's take the fires. I want him to catch up. Give him some lifesteal. And then we have 1 we can put on someone else. He's getting close. Probably going on Luco? I don't know. Luco's pretty set up. Who else would want that? Maybe you? Maybe just Ripley. Though he doesn't scale off of the spell power. We'll find a use for it. So Luco's fine there. Gerard, we went roughly in the middle. Savos, we don't want anyone near. Put Ilios over here. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of extra spell power. 144 extra spell power on everyone. Attack speed and max mana, but you lose attack damage. Mana regen for all your shields. 35 shield or heal received. Don't like them. Attack speed, every 3 attacks you get a shield equal to 7 times your max mana. Burn and Frost. Do I have... Let's go with that. Not crazy about it, but honestly, if we could get, like, Ripley to get a lot more, mana regen and stuff like that, he can pump up his damage even more. Zephyrus with lifesteal, attack speed. No crit chance. Why just attack speed? Orb Demon's gonna be nasty. He just launches orbs at everyone. He's a demon like that. That's what he do. I'm gonna put Ilios and Gerald over here. They're in general the tankiest. So they'll be able to intercept the orbs coming for these two back there as they get absolutely smacked. Mana, every 4 seconds you cast Hail Spikes, dealing spell damage per frost. Critical strike, chance an Omni crit. Heal received, shield received, ethereal amplification. I don't think we're applying that many frost. They can't critically strike anyway, so Omni crit doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with that, but I'm not like thrilled about it. Alright, let's see. Gerald has that, which is fine. Honestly? Thinking about Ripley, just seeing if we can get something else besides that. Get Omni crit from that. Active ability twice. That's really appealing. Spell damage, most shock. Spell power. Every 4 critical strikes, all heroes gain a mana regen. That could be huge. That honestly might be more important than that. Yeah, I'm going to try that. And then we can enchant. And then we'll heal up some of our flames since we're getting a little low. I think Ripley's going to be more and more important. This lineup's already pretty decent. Let's just have them face over there. Seeing where some of our heirlooms are. Liam. That doesn't matter for Liam. That might. It's at least attack speed and attack damage. So do that. Okay. Ilios went down pretty quickly. Okay. Alright, I think we're fine. 11. That 11 mana regen? Critical strike chance and damage is pretty big. Flat attack damage might be better, though. Attack speed, crit chance. I'm going to take the attack damage and crit chance. I think I'm going to re-roll that. Do I have people that we can level up to level 4, though? Yeah, we can get you to 4. Every critical strike you heal. Spell power. You can summon more stuff. We're going to grab that. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll this passive. See if we can get one that makes him a little tankier. He doesn't need to do damage. Spell power's increased by 10. It's not. It's not great. We'll keep it. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this on Ripley. Okay. So these guys... So we want to try to kill everything around the same time. Ilios is fine there. But Gerard there. Savos has to go in the middle. You have to go in the middle. I'm going to put you there. Alright. This is where having multiple melees is helpful. And then we get AoE down. Although, did everyone live? Everyone actually lived. Zeph is putting in work. Question is, Ripley? Alright, he's up to 629. Heal received, shield received. 10% attack damage on cast? Okay. Everyone gets 22% crit chance? Oh. I think I'm going to do bleeds. But, oh. I wanted the crit chance. I think we want the fire. We'll go here. Lose 10 flame, receive 250. Passive swap. There is a shot, but I don't think I want it instead of a flame. Fight start. Twice. Critical strike. On cast. I don't, think I have anything I really want to swap is the thing. Yeah, maybe these two? Just so we get attack dare. No, that's... No. No, I don't think we really want it. I'm actually going to skip this because I don't care about the gold. Rock golems. We have to kill them at roughly the same time. So, Lierne... Gerard, Zephys, Luco, Trying to see like where my damage is gonna go. Gonna be a decent amount there. Probably not enough here. Although Gerard can probably put out a decent amount. We have attack damage and crit chance. I'm gonna put it there. I'm not sure. Gerard might be able to do it. Luca went down very quickly. Savos is open. Okay, we got one down, or we got two down. Okay, we're fine. All right, but Luca went down, so we can't leave Luca on his own. Get 50 max hit points. That might be something for Ilios. Yeah, let's grab that for Ilios. All heroes gain 6 attack damage for every summon on the battlefield. Alright. Alright. I want the fire. So we're going to go here. Heal to full gain 100. Sacrifice an item. We get 4 passive rerolls. And the biggest one would be like that. We could honestly probably lose that. I don't think I'm going to, but... we want that. I'm actually going to pass on this. So, with this... put it with you. And then for this, we're going to put it with Ilios. He has Omni Crit now, but that doesn't matter for that. You have 1250. This is just way... like, all of these are... what if we did this? That might be okay. Fire, I mean... unless we see, like, the dinosaur... nope. So yeah, let's enchant an item. We could enchant that. He'd get fairly beefy. Oh no, we're gonna do that and try to get even more attack damage on Ripley. Alright. So we obviously don't want anyone in the fire. We're gonna lose summons to it, which is gonna suck. This is one fight where having a lot of units is going to be a pain. His Midnight Breath, no, his Hellfire Breath, the spell damage. Which is a damage amp. And it uses smart targeting, so it tries to hit as many things as possible. Alright, so now Gerard's like close to our main critical strike characters. We'll see how it goes. Bosses cause you to lose flame in like exponential amounts as things start to go down. So the third unit lost will cost you more flame than the first one or two. We're actually fine. That's just a ton of damage. All right, I gotta check. Ripley. There it is. There's the payoff for Ripley. That was a, not a very long fight. 18-second fight, and he made it up to 2,700 damage. Yeah, I mean... And he would have just kept scaling, too. I mean, he did... Yeah. Ripley's kind of busted in summon builds. Anyway, here's the last flame, guys. This was the easiest difficulty. It ramps up. There's a ton more to it. Way more units than I showed off. Challenges. If you guys like teamfight tactics but want to play something single player or want to find a roguelike like teamfight tactics, I really recommend this. Teamfight tactics is a little too fast for me, so being able to just think things through and still come up with absolutely busted characters sometimes, like way more than even the Ripley was here. This game is great. I heavily suggest all of you check it out. If you want to see more like this, more runs, stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. I upload these style videos every single day. I also stream on Twitch and here on YouTube. I'd love to see you there. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night, and take care.